Hare Krishna, everyone. Thank you very much for joining once again for the Shravan Utsav. We are on day 26 of our Shravan Utsav. This is our last week. We started just before Janmashtami and we are going to finish just after Radhashtami. So end of this week, we will be completing this Shravan Utsav, and I'm hoping that next year we will again have a similar lineup and we will request Kanai Thakur Prabhuji again next year to come and enlighten us. But because of the popular demand, everyone, all the devotees, actually many of you contacted me after the first lecture that Prabhuji gave, and they liked Prabhuji's lecture as well as the lessons that Prabhuji gave. So I requested Prabhuji again to join and enlighten all of us with his very witty lecture. So Kanai Thakur Prabhuji is here already. And thank you very much, Prabhuji, for finding time in your very busy schedule, because the introduction has been done. So we will start directly and we can hear that way more from Prabhuji. So let us welcome Prabhuji by loudly chanting Hare Krishna Maha Mantra.
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna,
Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare,
Hare Rama,
Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna. Thank you, Prabhuji. Over to you.
Hare Krishna. Thank you. Thank you very much for inviting me amongst all of you. I have been instructed by Amrish Maharaj Prabhu to discuss something on the topic of the Chiraharan Leela, the stealing of the clothes by Krishna, the stealing of the clothes of the gopis by Krishna. Very esoteric topic, window to the Madhurya Leela, right? But I'll try to do justice and try to discuss it, keeping the Parampara Acharyas and the example they have set for discussing such esoteric pastimes. We are surely not qualified for, discussing the details of it. But yes, there are some lessons for the sadhakas also when Krishna has performed his Leela. All the Leelas have great meaning, and the Acharyas have written volumes and volumes of books on it. So I'll make my sincere attempt in that regard. I don't know if we can, how much of the pastime we'll be able to discuss in half an hour, 40 minutes, but we will try our best. Okay. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Narayanam Namaskritya Naram Chaiva Narottamam Devim Saraswatim Vyasam Tato Jayam Mudirayet Nashtaprayeshu Abhadreshu Nityam Bhagavata Sevaya Bhagavati Uttama Shloke Bhaktir Bhavati Naishtiki Krishnaya Vasudevaya Devaki Nandanaya Nanda Gopa Kumaraya Govindaya Namo Namaha. Om Ajnanatimirandasya Jnananjana Shalakaya Chakshurunmilitam Yena Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha. Shri Chaitanya Manobhishtam Sthapitam Yena Bhutale Swayam Rupaha Kadamaiham Dadati Swapadantikam. Vandeham Shri Guroho Shri Yuta Padakamalam Shri Gurun Vaishnavahamscha Shri Rupam Sagrajatam Sahagana Raghunathanvitam Tam Sajivam Sadvaitam Savadutam Parijana Sahitam Krishna Chaitanya Devam Shri Radha Krishna Padan Sahagana Lalita Shri Vishakhanvitamscha. Namo Vishnu Padaya Krishna Prasthaya Bhutale Srimate Bhakti Vedanta Swamin Iti Namine. Namaste Saraswati Deve Gauravani Pracharine Nirvishesha Shunyavadi Paschatya Deshatarine. Namo Mahavadanyaya Krishna Prema Pradayate Krishnaya Krishna Chaitanya Namine Gauratvishe Namaha. He Krishna Karuna Sindhu Dina Bandhu Jagatpate Gopesha Gopika Kanta Radha Kanta Namostute Tapta Kanchana Gaurangi Radhe Vrindavaneshwari वृषभानुसुते देवी प्रणमामि हरिप्रिये। वाञ्छाकल्पतरुभ्यश्च कृपा सिन्धुभ्य एव च पतितानां पावनेभ्यो वैष्णवेभ्यो नमो नमः। श्रीकृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर श्रीवासादि गौरभक्तवृंद। हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे हरे, हरे राम 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 हरे हरे। मूकं करोति वाचालं पंगुं लंघयति गिरिं यत्कृपातमहं वन्दे श्रीगुरु दीनतारिणम्। Hare Krishna. So, thank you once again for inviting me amongst all of you in your Shravana Utsav that you're having. And today we are discussing a very important chapter. If you want to hear the whole pastime in detail and wonderful, very beautiful lessons derived for sadhakas, my recommendation would be that you can hear His Holiness Radha Govind Swami Maharaj. His lectures are there online on ISKCON Desire Shri Chir Haran Leela. That's the title of the folder. And I think there are 9 or 10 lectures that he has given on this topic, and very, very nice lessons that he derives, and very beautiful explanation of the whole Leela that he can do. So, Krishna in the Bhagavad Gita, Krishna says, Manushyanam sahastreshu kaschit yatati siddhayate, yatatam api siddhanam kaschin mam vetti tatvatah. So, when Krishna does the counting, Krishna only knows till thousands, you know. Why am I saying that? Because Krishna is saying Manushyanam sahastreshu, humans are only thousands. So maybe either Krishna does not know counting or Krishna doesn't know what's a human, right? But that's not the case. Krishna can do both very nicely. Why am I saying that? Because according to Krishna standards, Manushyanam sahastreshu only few thousand human beings. One may have 2 hands and 2 legs and may stand on those feet, stand on one's feet and, you know, open one's thumb. All these things may be there, but that's not what qualifies us to become a human being. Manushyanam sahastreshu, very few. Why? Krishna says kaschit yatati siddhaye, and in thousands of human beings. Okay, if I have to explain you, Chanakya gives the verse, who is a human being? येषां न विद्या न तपो न दानः न चापि शीलो न गुणो न धर्मः ते मर्त्य लोके भुवि भारभूतः मनुष्य रूपेण मृगश्चरन्ति. This Chanakya, he is saying Manushya Rupa, but Mrugaschcharanti. They are animals only. Why? Yesham na vidya, there is no Atma Vidya, no tapa, no danaha, na shila, na guna, na dharmaha. All these good qualities are not there. Chanakya says, te martya loke bhuvi bhara bhutaha. They are burden on Mother Earth. Manushya rupena, but mrugaschcharanti. They look like human, but actually, and that means you need certain consciousness, you need certain qualities. Like in Bhagavad Gita, Krishna says, Daiva Asura Sampada Yoga. The clear qualities. When we think of an Asura, we may say, here he has a black dot here and 2 horns, you know. That's not what Krishna says in the Bhagavad Gita. Krishna says we are our qualities, gunas. So Krishna here is saying Manushyanam sahastreshu, thousands only. And amongst thousands, kaschit yatati siddhi, even if somebody is a human being, can qualify as human being, kaschit yatati siddhaye, hardly one will try for perfection. What does it mean by perfection? Human form of body is meant for self-realization. To realize that I am not this body, I am spirit soul. To get liberation from the cycle of birth and death, Krishna says hardly one will try for it. Kaschit yatati siddhaye. And then he says, yatatam api siddhanam. All those who have become self-realized, all those who have become liberated, kaschin mam vetti tatvatah. Hardly one knows Krishna in truth. So knowing Krishna is so very rare. Kaschin mam vetti tatvatah. Now when Lord Chaitanya was discussing with Sanatana Goswami, Lord Chaitanya says all the Vedic scriptures, there are just 3 things, 3 questions answered there. Which are the three things? Lord Chaitanya, Sambandha, Abhideya, and Prayojan. Sambandha, Abhideya, Prayojan. So once you have realized I am soul, Krishna is God, now comes the question, what is my Sambandha with Krishna? What is my relationship with Krishna? So once you realize my Sambandha is, I am supposed to be eternally servant of Krishna. Jivera Swarup hoy Krishnera Nitya Das. Very good. Now, okay, that's an intellectual understanding. Now I need to practice some process to revive that relationship. Like Ambarish Maharaj Prabhu and me. Right? No matter how much I try, I tell him, at least let me write in my introduction that I'm servant of Ambarish Maharaj Prabhu. He says, no, even that much is not allowed to you. This sambandha we cannot have, you'll be in Shantaras only for some time. Dasya is not available for you. You're yet to become qualified in that regard. Right? So, sambandha with Krishna is dasa, but need to do something about it. Need to follow certain process to reinstate myself in that servitude, that relationship of being servant of Krishna. So that is abhideya, and then prayojan, sambandha, abhideya, and prayojan. What is prayojan? My relationship with Krishna can go to what level, what heights? That is prema. I can become a lover of Krishna. Now, that's why I cannot tell Ambarish Maharaj, I love you. He says, man, just keep some distance now. You can love me and all, That's not, Dasa is also not available for you. Now, with regards to Krishna and us, what is the situation? I have forgotten who am I? Who is God? What is my relationship with God also is a big deal. Right? And then following the process for it. And then achieving that position of being a lover of God. And what are we discussing today? In Srimad Bhagavatam, Shukdev Goswami is discussing the loving affairs of Krishna with the gopis. Now you can imagine what Leela is this and what discussion is going on here. Do we have do we have qualification for it? That's why I was saying we don't have it yet. But can we discuss these things? Yes. Clearly under parampara, under guidance from the right acharyas, from the acharyas, from the right people. Otherwise, Sanatana Goswami tells us, who discussed all these things with Lord Chaitanya, he says, Avaishnavo mukhodgiranam, putam harikathamritam, shunvatam naiva kartavyam, sarpo chishtam yathapayah. Sanatana Goswami tells us in his Hari Bhakti Vilas, Avaishnavo mukhodgiranam. Right? Sometimes, people will tell me, Prabhuji, I hear so much Krishna Katha. And I'm like, wow, where do you hear? TV चालू करने का और वो अपना एक channel पे जाने का, go to some channel and somebody or some other guy is always discussing some Bhagavad Katha. Sanatana Goswami is telling, never do that. One may, be putting on tilak. One may be putting on, kanthimala. One may have a certain dress also. That does not make one a Vaishnava. Externally, one may look like that. Bhaktivinoda Thakur says, Sara gai makhile tilak gaur milena. You can apply tilak not at 13 places in the body. The whole body you apply tilak. Does not mean that you will understand Krishna. Does not mean that you will attain mercy of Lord Chaitanya. Right? He says, Mathe tilak golai mala. Yehi to ek kolir chela. He has put on tilak and he has put on kantimala. But this guy is Kalir Chela. A disciple of Kali. And all of you are, nodding your head when I'm pointing at myself. See, I don't have to give any big example. Everyone is nodding there on the screen. I can see all of you. Yes. This guy is a perfect example of being Kolir Chela. Right? Okay. Going back to our discussion. Avaishnavo mukhodgiranam. Sanatana Goswami is cautioning us, never hear Krishna Katha. Krishna Katha is Amrut. But that Amrut also, if it's coming from a Vaishnava, somebody who is not a practicing Vaishnava, one who does not have the mercy of his previous acharyas, a Vaishnava, Bhaktivinoda Thakur especially says, Vaishnava means character. Without character, a person with an ideal character. Srila Prabhupada was asked, how can we identify your disciples, your followers? Prabhupada says, ideal gentlemen and gentle ladies, Prabhupada said. He did not make it very esoteric about it. He did not make it very big. Very simple. Bhaktisvedanta Thakur would say, Vaishnavata means saralata. Look at this, what our Acharya is saying. This is Vaishnava. Not just external dress, not just some tilak, not just some, kanti mala with, one tulsi bead and one silver bead and one tulsi bead and one silver bead, and a little bit gold here and there and some, Narsingha Kavach in between. That does not make one a Vaishnava. Practically, I can just do, something that I am able to recollect. One time, one devotee went to Jananiva's school and asked, Prabhuji, can devotees wear this Narsingha, what do we say? Narsingha Kavach. Sorry, Narsingha Kavach. Yes. Can devotees wear? And Jananiva's Prabhu said, are you chanting Hare Krishna Mahamantra? Yes. He said, then you don't need it. Imagine Jananiva's Prabhu saying this. He's the one who worships, Narsingha Dev. So once again, you can wear, but your Shraddha should be in the Hare Krishna Mahamantra. That's the mantra for deliverance that Lord Chaitanya has given, that Srila Prabhupada has given us. That is the mantra for Kali Yuga. We should focus on, we should with great faith, we should chant the Hare Krishna Mahamantra. Right? So, Avaishnavo Mukhodgiranam Putam Hari Kathamritam Shrunuvatam Na. Sanatana Goswami is saying, do not hear Hari Katha also from a Vaishnava. Why? He says milk is like Amrut. But that milk, if it's touched by a snake, if a snake puts its mouth in it, or it slits its tongue into it, now nobody will want to drink that milk. That's how we should deal. These kathas, very, very careful. People love to jump into this area and discuss, these esoteric pastimes of Krishna. But one has to be very, very careful. Especially Bhaktisiddhanta Thakur would get disturbed when he would find that any of his disciples are trying to read even the books that the 6 Goswamis have left us, right? Of something which are very esoteric, which are Madhuri Leela, and all these discussions are there. He would want everyone to be first, thoroughly purified. Otherwise, Bhaktisiddhanta Thakur would say, all of you know what's an orchestra? Very good. All of you know what's a crematorium? And what do you find in crematoriums? Anybody, you can unmute yourself and answer. What do you find in crematoriums?
Dead bodies.
No, dead bodies are below the earth.
Ashes.
Ashes.
You don't see them. You don't see
Ashes.
them. Ashes you bring home. Generally, if you have watched, any movies, see, Hindus, they will burn the bodies at the ghat, right? And when in horror movies where they have to show some, ghosts or something, they will never show it at the burning ghats, because the body is burnt. Now the soul has nothing. The soul goes to the next body. But they will generally, logically, they will show ghosts where you bury the bodies.
Yeah, and they're flying the ghost with the white color.
Yeah. Now, where you bury the body, now the soul still knows my body is inside and the soul is roaming around, right? So the ghosts are normally seen in that area, right? Crematoriums, that way, where the dead bodies are buried. So Bhaktisiddhanta Thakur would say, if you play an orchestra in a crematorium, then who will dance? Anybody?
Ghosts.
Very good. The ghosts will dance. if you play orchestra in a crematorium, Bhaktivedanta Thakur would say, our hearts are also like that crematorium, and so many ghostly material desires are there. Radha Krishna Leela, Madhurya Leela is like orchestra. You try to play it, and in our condition, if we try to hear, oh, Radha and Krishna and the gopis and all, what will happen? Only material desires will dance. We will consider Radha Krishna to be, that's why Srila Prabhupada would say, Krishna left Vrindavan when he was 11 years and few months old. But whenever they have to draw Radha and Krishna, paint Radha and Krishna, they will paint them as adults, adult, like that age. Prabhupada would say, this is the lust of the artist or the painter. They don't want to refer to Srimad Bhagavatam. They don't want to hear Shukdev Goswami. They don't want to go to the authentic sources, and they want to paint. They paint their lust through putting Radha and Krishna there, Prabhupada would say. And now, that's why you find, as soon as we go for a few chapters ahead now, and the Rasa Pancha Adhyaya will begin, the 5 chapters of, the Rasa Leela, 28 to, 29 to 33rd, Prabhupada cautions you, do not read even the Krishna book if from here onwards, thinking of Radha and Krishna evokes lust in the heart. Right? Like I was one time coming back from the railway station, coming from railway station to our temple, ISKCON temple, and a big mall in the way, and the mall had big windows, right? And on those windows, many windows there from outside, and on the windows they had put some advertisements of some products. So one of the advertisements was Siaram Shootings. I don't know, there is some company in India like that, shootings, some cloth company. So Siaram Shootings. And what was there? The model, the male model, is in the center with, his blazer and the tie and his shoes and his, trousers and everything, which is Siaram Shootings, right? He's in the center. One lady on one side, 4 sitting ahead on the right side, and 4 sitting on the left side with different articles in their hands. How many of you could guess what's going on here? How many of you could guess? Anybody?
Ashtasakhis,
Yeah. Radha, Krishna and Ashtasakhis, the darshan that we get in Mayapur. See, what are they doing? Replacing Krishna and putting oneself there. So dangerous, so dangerous. In our anartha, with our anartha-ridden hearts, with our lust-filled hearts, we hear Radha Krishna Leela. And what will happen? We will only spoil our spiritual life. Right? When Bhakti Saraswati Thakur, one time in our Radha Gopinath temple in Chowpatty, they were discussing the section of Mohini Murti, right? Of those of you who have read that section and who was Mohini Murti. Mohini Murti was the incarnation of the Lord which came out of the Samudra Manthan Leela to bewilder the Asuras, right? And the Asuras got so thoroughly bewildered in giving off the Amrita. Why? Because the Asuras were so enchanted by the beauty of her beauty, right? And now our Chandramouli Swami Maharaj gave the class that day. And one very intelligent devotee, must be intelligent guy to think like this. You know what question he asked at the end of the class? He said, Maharaj, if Mohini Murti is so beautiful, could attract everyone, why don't we install Mohini Murti deities in ISKCON temples? Everyone will get attracted. And Chandramouli Swami Maharaj is so simple a person. He said, I have never heard a question like this, but I will try to put this proposal to the GBC, in the GBC meeting. And next day, Radhanath Swami Maharaj was supposed to give the class. And he gave the whole class that day. And then he ended the class before time. And then Maharaj said, yesterday when devotee had asked a question to Chandramouli Swami Maharaj about this Mohini Murti and installing Mohini Murti as deity in the ISKCON temples. Who was that devotee? Koi khada nahi ho raha. Nobody. Somehow this devotee, when he saw that everyone is looking at him now, he got up. Oh, you were that smart person, huh, Maharaj? Oh, you were that devotee. Oh, you think we should install Maharaj? No, and very humbly Maharaj answered the whole thing. Maharaj said, Chandramouli Maharaj is so simple. He answered you that we should put the matter to the GBC for discussion, that we should have Mohini Murti deities in the temple. And Maharaj, I'm just, I don't want to take it further, and we have to begin the actual topic also today. You know what Maharaj says? Maharaj said, the deities in the ISKCON temples are meant for service. You're supposed to serve them, not enjoy them. Mohini Murti, everyone looked up to Mohini Murti in a mood of enjoyment, not in a mood of service. So Radha and Krishna are meant to be served, not to be enjoyed. In our condition, the very, very confidential topics, Krishna coming to this world in Vrindavan, and very, very, even this Madhurya Leela, only the Manjaris are allowed. Only very, very small gopis, 5-year-old and less, only they are allowed where this, Radha and Krishna Leela, especially when Radha and Krishna are performing their Madhurya Leela. Like, till last week, I could have been, I was stranger to many of you. If I would have just asked, can you tell me what's your, how much is there in your bank? You would say, Prabhuji, bank rent tak kai ko jate Prabhuji, aap itna bhi nahi apna paas ka. You're not so close to that you can ask us about our bank balance. And if I would have asked, oh, you're married? Very good. But college mein kaun thi? Who was there in the college? Can you tell me? Prabhuji, even my wife did not ask me this question, whom did I relate with my college and all. And if I would have asked you something more than that, no entrance. You don't have entrance here. Wait. What about Radha and Krishna? Very, very private pastimes going on here. Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Thakur, he installed Radha Kunj Bihari deities at the Radha Kund. Those of you who have been for Vrindavan Parikrama at Radha Kund, next to on the banks of Radha Kund, there is Radha Kunj Bihari Math, Gaudiya Math. He installed Radha Kunj Bihari. He installed the deities of Gaur Kishore Das Babaji and Bhaktivinoda Thakur. And the whole ceremony ended by evening. And the brahmacharis, they told Bhaktisiddhanta Thakur, we have made an arrangement. We have made a room for you here. You can go and you can stay in this particular room. And Bhaktisiddhanta Thakur said, this is the place where my spiritual masters can reside. I am not qualified to reside here. And he went all the way to Kusum Sarovar behind somewhere, some village, and he stayed there. He said, I don't want to dare, and stay here. Imagine Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Thakur saying like this. Srila Prabhupada cautioning us, right? Why we should hear these pastimes, the Madhurya Leela pastimes, but very cautious. If the lust in the heart is increasing, you'll find when the Ras Leela pastime will be discussed by Shukdev Goswami, he will say that those who hear Shraddhanvito Anushrunayad Athayar Varanayedva, those who with very great Shraddha hear these pastimes or recite these pastimes of Rasa Leela, what will happen? Shraddhanvito Anushrunayad Athavarnayedva, he says, Kridrog apahnoti, achirena apahnoti dhiraha. Very soon, very quickly, the lust in the heart will go away and one will become dhira. But then again, Prabhupada cautions. But if that's not happening with us, one should be very, very careful, right? So what is self-realization? To understand that I am not this body, but I am spirit soul. Now you will, now somebody may say, ho gaya apna. I've done it. I'm not this body, I'm spirit soul. Last 15, 20, 30 years, I'm listening to the same stuff. And you wake me up in the middle of the night and I will say, yes, I am not this body, I'm spirit soul. right? Shayad apna ho gaya. It is done now. I am soul. I have realized I am soul, right? I was listening to Urmila Mataji one time. She said, one time I got up in the morning and I went in front of my dressing table, and when I looked in the mirror, I felt so disgusted. And I was saying, what is Mati saying? Why did she feel disgusted? Urmila Mati says, I felt disgusted to see that I still have the material body. Wow. That was like, wow. When you look into the mirror and you feel, I still have this material body over me. Wow, what realization. What realization is this? So realizing that I still have this material body over with me. Now one may say that, I am not this body, but spirit, soul. How does it get tested? What is the test? So Prabhupada says, as soon as you come in contact with opposite sex, what happens inside of you? Ask yourself. You can understand that are you the body or are you spirit, soul? Have you realized it? Or you find disturbance inside. I know one devotee very, genuinely and very openly came to me and told me one time. He said, Prabhuji, I'm in my early 50s. My daughters are of marriageable age. And he said, my lust is not gone to me. It's not gone. I still feel lusty in my heart. Right? One congregation devotee in Chaupadi temple, he was giving a brahmachari class one time. Anand Vrindavan Prabhu, if you are aware of him. He was mentioning to us in his class that he was asking his elderly, retired, counselees, men, that you're all retired, you're all so accomplished, you have done so much work in the outside world. Why don't you come in to the temple? Come in at 10 o'clock in the morning until 5 or 6. You can do so many services in the temple. These brahmacharis, they're foolish. They didn't do anything good in life. They joined so early in their life. They have no experience, but they're running every department in the temple. So pathetically, the ISKCON temples are being run. Why don't you guys come in and do something good here? And he said, some of them who had courage, they answered, Prabhuji, we feel disturbed when we come to temple. With the girls and the ladies who come to the temple, we feel lusty. Even at this age, it is not gone. So even to realize that, yes, this anartha is there, great advancement we have made actually. Very few people can accept it, that yes, my heart is full of anarthas. My heart needs treatment. So when we, with this such anartha-ridden heart, when we get into discussing such pastimes, we may end up hurting ourselves spiritually rather than helping ourselves. So our self-realization gets tested when we are in contact with opposite sex. So self-realization is one thing. What is Krishna realization? Like I said, Kaschin Mam Vetti Tattvataha. When can we say that I have realized Krishna? Prabhupada in one of the conversations says, when our desire is to please only Krishna's desire. When we live only for pleasing Krishna. Because as part and parcel, I'm meant to love and serve Krishna. Not that my hands and legs are doing the job for Krishna. I desire for Krishna now. I know I'm not separate from Krishna. When we desire Krishna's pleasure, right? And I remember Gauranga Prabhu was mentioning in one of his recent classes, he was saying, what is Rasa Leela? He was saying Rasa Leela means when Krishna's expectations and Jiva's desire match. That is Rasa Leela. Rasa Leela is not just about, holding hands and, dancing around. When Krishna's expectations and Jiva's desires match, everything for Krishna now. Oh, that is a person who has become Krishna conscious. So 5 rasas, Shanta, the rasas that we can relate with Krishna, the sambandha with Krishna, Shanta, Dasya, Sakhya, Vatsalya, Madhurya. Right? So Shanta is Shanta rasa, the trees and the mountains. Right? The Dasya is of servitude. Sakhya is of friendship. Vatsalya, Vatsalya is the parenthood, right? And Madhurya is the conjugal feelings for Krishna. These are the gopis. Right? Every morning when we sing Guru Ashtakam, we glorify Sri Guru. Shri Radhika Madhavayorapara Madhurya Leela Gunarupa Namna. What is Guru, busy in, if I can use that word like that? He is always meditating on the Madhurya Leela Guna Rupa Namna of Radha and Madhav, Shri Radha and Madhav. So, Amrish Maharaj,
Yes, Prabhuji.
should we begin discussing the pastime, or am I going in the right direction?
Yeah, Prabhuji, please go ahead.
Okay. See, so we have to understand that even the discussion of such higher and subtle, very, very subtle leelas of Radha Krishna, we are not qualified for them, right? These, Bhaktisant Thakur would say, these great pastimes of Radha and Krishna, they're very confidential pastimes. They are not to be brought into public, right? Bhaktisant Thakur would say that's the different distinction between Gaudiya Math and Sahajiya section. The Sahajiyas, who are Sahajiyas? The Sahajiyas, very quickly they want to rush into, right, these confidential pastimes, right? Bhaktisant Thakur would say, fools rush in where angels fear to tread. See, what a way of presenting it. Fools rush in where angels fear to tread. Big guys will say. That's why Bhaktisant Thakur in his Bengali bhajan one time he had written, Pujala Ragapatha Gaurava Bhange. This Raga Marga, this Bhava Marga, this Madhurya Leela has to be worshipped, right? So he would say, Yatrata Gaura Padar Vinde, Vindeta Bhaktim Krita Punya Rashihi, Tatha Tatho Sarpati Hridya Kasmat, Radha Padamboja Sudhambu Rashihi. He would quote Chaitanya Chandramrita, and he would say that at our sadhana, when our sadhana stage is complete, when automatically, spontaneously, we will get attracted to these pastimes. We did not pull them down, right? We need to worship. So, Bhaktisant Thakur would especially want his disciples to read Chaitanya Charitamrita, strictly stick to Gaura Leela, Mahaprabhu's Leela. And he would say, automatically one will find that one's heart, Radha Rasa Sudhanidhi, is flowing. The loving emotions that Srimati Radharini has, the loving emotions that gopis have, you would want to serve these gopis, right? To the point, Srila Prabhupada, every morning we offer, when the deity darshan is open, we offer a flower to the deities, right? So Prabhupada, in one of his lectures, he says, how are we supposed to offer a flower to the deities? So you are supposed to first take permission from Guru, Srila Prabhupada, the Parampara Acharyas, go to Gaur Nitai, and then Prabhupada says something amazing. Prabhupada says, take permission from Radharani, and you should say, Srimati Radhika, Krishna belongs to you. Please offer this flower to your Krishna. See? How Prabhupada is protected. Prabhupada is telling us to offer flower to Krishna, that also, we are not qualified to even offer flower to Krishna. Krishna will say, Kon baba tum? Kidhar se aaya baba tum? Who are you, man? You're rebellious soul. You are unsurrendered. And suddenly you say, accept a flower from me. How is it possible? Right? So what are we supposed to do? Not directly attempt and jump into this pastime. Bhaktisant Thakur would say, it will come automatically, spontaneously. An intellectual approach shall not help. What will happen? He would say, you will only taste poisonous fruits, not the fruits of love of God. And the poisonous fruits will spoil all of your bhakti. Anything that you may have done. Like a few years ago, during the Kartik, devotees from around the world, they come to Vrindavan. Radha Shyam Sundar, Krishna Balaram Mandir, and they go out for, Kartik, the Braja Darshan, Braj Mandal Parikrama and all. And what had happened? So one big, huge flex advertisement board was put up opposite to ISKCON temple. And this some organization, some local matha, and they had put up, and what was there on the advertisement board? Our Guru is so advanced, within 1 month, you can get Krishna's darshan. Can you imagine somebody has put up an advertisement board like this just across Yamuna? Kaliyadaha, Yamuna, and go across it, and you can come to our place within 1 month, Krishna's darshan. Kartik, by the time Kartik month will end, you can get Krishna's darshan. And I'm sorry to tell you, so many ISKCON devotees went. Why? We have these sahajiya tendencies. Make it cheap. Krishna's darshan is so cheap or what? Within 1 month. And this did not, it's not that it's happening today. When Srila Prabhupada was in Vrindavan, 1975, the temple devotees complained that one of the brahmacharis, what is he doing? He would go to the temple terrace in the early morning hours when other devotees are chanting Hare Krishna. He would go to the terrace and coo like a peacock. And Prabhupada called this devotee. He said, why are you doing this? Why are you not chanting Hare Krishna? And this devotee said, Prabhupada, I met a Babaji, at Radha Kund, and this Babaji who knew the Siddha Pranali mantra, and he went into meditation, his dhyana, in his connection with Krishna, he could see my relationship with Krishna, and he has told me that in the Goloka Vrindavan, I am a peacock. And that's why my sadhana now is to coo like a peacock. And Prabhupada told him, if your eternal position is of that of a peacock, then why would you need to practice it? It should naturally get awakened in you. And you're like, whoa, I never had this logic. I said, see, you can be fooled so easily. In America, in those days, devotees had made Gopi Bhav Club. Can you imagine? This is not happening today. This is like even during Prabhupada times. Why? Our Govinda Prabhu was, I had heard from him, he would say, when you go to South India, you go to Srirangam, you won't find Sahajiyas there. But the highest is offered by Lord Chaitanya, Radha and Krishna and the Madhurya Leela and Vrindavan. And when you go to Vrindavan, you find cheap people there who make everything cheap. Highest is given, but then it is pulled down to the lowest level. Right? Like Bhaktisiddhanta Thakur would say, is it Radha Kund or Narak Kund? Can you imagine? What must be happening even during Bhaktisiddhanta Thakur's time? What kind of unscrupulous people may enter Vrindavan, and what all can happen? There was a decade where the problem for Uttar Pradesh government, where Vrindavan is physically located even today, what was the problem for the government? So many of these ladies who are like widows now, they will leave their homes and come to Vrindavan and stay there near Radha Kund and this and that. And the problem for the government was these widows were getting pregnant. Why? Why are these widows getting pregnant? Because illicit connection going on. Radha, Krishna, gopis, somebody will say, I am Krishna, you are the gopi, and what will happen after that? Because they are not qualified. Once again, even coming to Vrindavan, such offenses may happen, right? So going to Vrindavan is one thing. We can realize it just by reading these sections. When we read these sections, Bhaktisiddhanta Thakur, Srila Prabhupada, Bhaktivinoda Thakur, Gaudiya Acharya, Srila Prabhupada cautioning us, right? Bhaktisiddhanta Thakur would get so disturbed if he heard that somebody is interfering with this higher leaders, right? So they say, Achintya khaluye bhava natam starkhina yojin. So, what which is inconceivable, right? Don't bring it under the jurisdiction of reason and argument. You will not catch it. Natams tarkina yojayet. Don't drag these pastimes into the zone of reason. Oh, Krishna and his Leela, especially the Madhurya Leela, one has to be very careful. Right? Like, how many of you have heard of Sadguru or Sadhu Guru, something, whatever, I don't know how he's called. You have heard of him? A very famous guy in India now, who was a marriage counselor before in Chennai, and suddenly he has become a guru for everyone now, right? Yeah, you're the marriage counselor in Chennai. And now in Mysore is his headquarters. Recently, he was a big controversy and he had to beg, apology for it. Why? See what this guy did. He said, Mother Yashoda was envious of Radha because she could not enter the Rasa Leela. Where is this? Where is this in Bhagavatam? Why such a Rasabhas? Because not qualified. Not qualified to speak in this area. You may even become a big marriage counselor, big, you may have following also. The purity of heart is something different. The purity of a heart, that is what is required to enter here. No lust. When the gopis are attracted to Krishna, they're only attracted out of love for Krishna. They want to please Krishna. That's love. And Srila Prabhupada would also say, everyone denied Narad Muni the dust of their feet to be applied to Krishna's, head, right? Forehead. Krishna had a headache, and Narada wanted to find who is the greatest devotee of Krishna. And Narada went around and he was asking everyone, the dust of your feet is the medicine for Krishna. If the dust can be applied on Krishna's forehead, then. And everyone said, no, we cannot do this. The dust of my feet touches Krishna's forehead. That means I'll go to hell. Nobody wanted to give. But when the gopis were asked, they readily agreed. And Narad Muni told them, but you'll go to hell. And these gopis said, we don't mind going to hell if Krishna can be relieved even for a moment of his headache. What love to imagine. One can go through any problem, any trouble. That is love, right? So, Bhaktisan Thakur especially would tell his disciples, see, Govinda Lilamrit, Stava Kusumanjali, Ujjwal Nilmani, very esoteric pastimes. But Bhaktisan Thakur told his disciples, never ever go through these books. You are not qualified for it, right? To the point, Jiva Goswami, if you have been to Vrindavan, if you have been to Sanatan Goswami's Radha Madan Mohan temple, just behind down there is Sanatan Goswami's Samadhi. Next to Sanatan Goswami's Samadhi is Grantha Samadhi. What is Grantha Samadhi? Jiva Goswami has buried the books of Rupa Goswami there. He buried a good amount of books there. Why? Jiva Goswami says, nobody ahead of time would be qualified to even understand these books, even read these books. Imagine. Right? These pastimes, they better not be accessed. Otherwise, they will. Bhaktivinoda Thakur says, Dushta phal koribe arjan. Right? But Bhaktivinoda Thakur gives warning. We will only get a bad result if we venture to cross the line. A bad effect, aparadha, offense, Shraddha, Sadhu Sang, Shravan, Kirtan, Anartha Nivritti. When the undesirable things in the hearts, they vanish altogether. When Ruchi, Asakti, Bhava Bhakti, when the sprout of real devotion comes in us, then Prema Bhakti, then Sneha, Mana, Pranaya, Raga, Anuraga, Bhava, Mahabhava. These are the steps by which we have to approach these pastimes, little by little, slowly, and the change has to happen in us, right? So, Amrish Maharaj, shall we begin?
As you see fit, Prabhuji.
I think we need not begin this time. And the next three speakers who will come, you are amply prepared for it now, that we are not qualified and yet we have to be very careful. So this whole pastime, I'll just quickly summarize in few lines. This whole pastime is, gopis who are less than 5 years old, now they are in Vrindavan. They are there in their Nitya Siddhas. They, a desire awakened in them that we want to have Krishna as our husband. Right? We want to have Krishna as our husband. And you'll find most of the pastime, Shukdev Goswami spends on the tapasya, the penances that they did to attain Krishna's favor. Right? The gopis desire, there is very, very small gopis, less than 5 years old. And they had a desire, and what all difficult, in the Margashirsha month, that is the cold of December, right? These gopis were only eating Havishya Anna, very little, and that also something that is offered in the Yajna. That is very simple, khichdi you can take, non-spicy khichdi kind of a thing, Havishya Anna. They were eating that, and all throughout the month, they would go early morning, 3 o'clock, right? Those of you who are aware of Andal's beautiful Tirupavai, such beautiful rendition from, Andal, in Srirangam, they sing it. So she's in the mood of the gopis, right? And they would go every morning to Yamuna, how they would take bath. Now Krishna knew what is their desire. And Krishna one time came there, he stole their clothes and went up the tree, and he made the gopis come out of the water, right, without clothes. And Krishna said, I'm so pleased with your surrender. I'm pleased with your surrender. The gopis in their hearts, they were so overjoyed. Oh, Krishna accepted us. And this pastime ends with Krishna telling them, very soon, I will fulfill your desire and we will dance in the Rasa Leela. One night of Brahma, one day, a whole night of Brahma, that much, that Rasa. So Krishna gives them a hint at the end of the pastime. The Acharyas explain as, what are the clothes? What do these clothes signify? They signify our false ego. We have to be devoid of this false ego. Then we can approach Krishna. Right? Those of you who have been to a temple in South India, especially the men are told, no head scarf or no head, anything. Take it off. And take off your kurta also. Why? All this is your designation, right? All. So in one of the temples in North India, they had put up a board near the chappal stand, where we keep footwear, where we keep our footwear before we enter the temple. Please keep your footwear and false ego outside. Leave it outside only. Otherwise, you will not be able to take darshan of Krishna. So entire Chidharan Leela summarized is, we have to give up that false ego. Sarva dharman parityajya, mam ekam sharanam vraja. These gopis could give up everything to fulfill Krishna's desire. That's the love that these gopis have. Right? So, can I take a minute, Amrish Master? And I'll surely end.
As you see fit, Prabhuji. We are actually eager to hear from you, so you continue, Prabhuji.
Others are not saying anything. That means they want me to stop, so I better stop. Amrish Maharaj. Okay. Mirabai, one time, she wrote a letter to Tulsidas. She wrote that, my husband is dead, Rana is dead, and my sasu and everything. Now what is my duty? I had to undergo a lot of suffering. I continue doing my duty here. But now that my husband is dead, what should I do? So Tulsidas, who gave us Ramacharita-manas, he wrote a poem, a riddle, a puzzle, a poem with fill up the blanks. And he wrote it and sent it back. And this poem was written in the same meter as Ramacharita-manas. He wrote a poem with fill up the blanks. There were blanks there. And he sent it back to Mirabai. And Mirabai perfectly filled up the blanks and decided what she's supposed to do. What did Tulsidas write there? He said, see, to attain the Lord, somebody gave up his brother. To attain the Lord's lotus feet, somebody gave up his father. To attain the Lord, somebody gave up his guru. And to attain the Lord, somebody gave up everything. If this world comes in the way of my bhakti to Rama and Vaidehi, because he's Rama Bhakta, he said, I can give up this world also. Now, Mirabai got this letter and she said, wow. Now you fill up the blank. Who gave up his brother?
Vibhishan.
Good. Thank you. Vibhishan gave up his brother. Who gave up his father?
Prahlad.
Prahlad. Who gave up his guru?
Bali Maharaj.
Bali Maharaj. Who gave up everything? Very good, very good. The gopis of Vrindavan. As soon as Mirabai got this letter, she got the hint. Now I am going to Vrindavan and I will only perform bhajan to my Radha Giridhari. Dujo no koi. No one else for me now. I have done my part of duty. Right? And Srila Prabhupada set such an example for us. Srila Prabhupada had a family, Prabhupada had a business, he took care of his family very well, he performed his devotional service. One of his sons, Prabhupada's sons, was mentally challenged. One time Prabhupada came back from his business tour and Prabhupada saw his son was eating, watermelon out of a garbage bin. And Prabhupada picked him up and brought him home. Can you imagine Prabhupada going through so much? One time Prabhupada came back from his business tour and he did not see this particular son. And Prabhupada asked his wife, where is he? And the wife said, I don't know, he just went that way, only trouble. And we don't know, he never came back. One of his sons never returned home. Can you imagine? He just lost his son like that. Prabhupada was telling his wife again and again, our last daughter is supposed to get married. And the wife was saying, no, I don't want to see her married. She should remain with me, taking my care. And Prabhupada was saying, no, the daughter should, and the wife would not listen. The daughter also would not listen. Prabhupada wanted, that the wife should help, right, in serving the mission of Guru. And she was least interested. Prabhupada came back from a business tour and Prabhupada saw all the papers on which he had written his Gita Bhashya. All those papers were given off, to buy some biscuits for tea. And Prabhupada says, at a time I decided, I have done my part of my duty now. Now I go to Vrindavan. Right? Now I surrender to Krishna. And you find Prabhupada wrote those, Vrindavan bhajan, Vrindavan days. The bhajan is titled Vrindavan days. And Prabhupada expresses his surrender. And again, the same Srila Prabhupada wrote, when he reached the Boston Harbor, Prabhupada wrote a bhajan. Right? By Radharani's mercy, I may be successful. Thank you very much. Srimad Bhagavat Mahapurana ki jai. Srila Prabhupada ki jai. Sai Gaura Premanande
Hari Hari Bol.
Kripa Sindhubhya evacha. Patitanam Pavanebhyo Vaishnavebhyo Namo Namaha Ananta Koti Vaishnavrinda ki jai. I would not give time for Amrish Maharaj to Prabhu to speak anything because I know he's going to complain. This guy, he was supposed to be speaking on some topic. He does something else only, right?
No, Prabhuji. Thank you very much. That was a very wonderful lecture. You covered the pastime in the last 1 minute very nicely. But the entire lecture was very useful for understanding what is our position. So that was very useful for me personally. There are devotees who are wanting to ask some questions. They have already raised their hands. Do you still have some time to take those questions, Prabhuji?
I think it's already 2:30 at my end, and I'm another group of brahmacharis is waiting for a class. We are supposed to discuss Chaitanya Charitamrita Antilila 5th chapter, few verses today. Is it okay if I don't take questions today?
That's fine, Prabhuji, as you wish. So thank you very much, Prabhuji, for giving us this much time. And I hope that next year as well, when we are doing our Shravana Utsav, you can come and you can actually shower that Charan Raj.
I won't assure you, but if I remain in the same body, I will try my best.
Thank you very much, Prabhuji. Kanai Thakur Prabhuji ki
Jai.
To show our appreciation once again, can we all chant the Hare Krishna Maha Mantra?
Hare Krishna, Hare
Krishna, Hare
Rama, Hare Hare.
Thank you very much, Prabhuji. Hare Krishna.
Hare
Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna.
Send out Prabhuji.